souls for an answer, we're looking up at the same sky. The dogs hiding in overcessed are overflowing. The soul in the sky and down into silvery eyes. Over pain of not being able to find disorder is making the path of dude become hazy. As silver eyes intercept over casing pupils, where slowly reflecting the same theme. Even if we stumble, even if we are in youth, let's take off, making the mind of a wings. In a faraway place where not even our voice can give, we are solely looking up at the same sky. Now I can finally feel it upon me again. We will meet again. I don't ever need a reason. When through a tempting hearts become closer, they will illuminate the path of truth. As the yellowest silver eyes beast overseas, let's make a note to the blood deep in from our wounds. Even if we inflict pain, even if we inflict injury, we will not let go of our bond. Over there, in hearts are melting into one, and gradually open up the path of truth. As silver eyes intercept over gazing pupils, where slowly reflecting the same theme. The silver eyes beast overflowing, those in our bosom. Now we gaze towards our promised place. Even if we inflict pain, even if we become lost and inflict joy, we will not let go of our bond. So even if we stumble, even if we are whole, let's take off, making the bind of a wing. The shining wings titled them by the sun will sketch a day of life in the sky. Halloween, det älskas min väverjong. We saw so far and we're looking up at the same sky. The dogs hiding in overcessed are overflowing. The soul in the sky and down into silvery eyes. Over pain of loving April to find disorder is making the path of dude become hazy as silver eyes in the sea over casing pupils where slowly reflecting the same theme. Even if we stumble, even if we are in youth, let's take off making the mind of a wings. In a faraway place where not even our voice can give, we are solely looking up at the same sky. No, I can't finally feel it upon me again. We will meet again. I don't ever need a reason. When through a tempting hearts become closer, they will illuminate the path of duty. As the yellowest silver eyes beast overseas. Let's make a note to the blood deep in from our wounds. Even if we inflict pain, even if we inflict injury, we will not let go of our bone. Over deck in hearts are melting into one, and gradually open up the path of truth. As silver eyes in the sea, over gazing pupils, where slowly reflecting the same theme. The silver eyes beast overflowing, those in over bosom. No will yes to us over your misplaced. Even if we inflict pain, even if we become lost and inflicting joy, we will not let go of our bone. So even if we stumble, even if we are hot, let's take off, making the bind of a wings. The shining wings titled them by the sun. We'll get a day of life in the sky. Halloween, det älskas min vävejong. We saw so far as we're looking up at the same sky. The dogs hiding in overcessed eye, overflowing the soul in the sky and down into silvery eyes. Over pain of not being able to find disorder is making the path of dude become hazy. As silver eyes in the sea, overcasing pupils, where slowly reflecting the same theme. Even if we stumble, even if we are in youth, let's take off making the mind of a wings. In a faraway place where not even our voice can reach, we are solely looking up at the same sky. No, I can finally feel it upon me again. Meet again. I don't ever need a reason. When through a tempting hearts become closer, they will illuminate the path of you. As the yellowest silver eyes beast overseas. Let's make a note to the blood deep in from our wounds. Even if we inflict pain, even if we inflict injury, we will not let go of our bond. Over there, in hearts are melting into one, and gradually open up the path of truth. As silver eyes in the sea, overgazing pupils, where slowly reflecting the same dream. The silver eyes beast overflowing, those in over bosom, no viljes to was over your misplaced. Even if we inflict pain, even if we become lost and inflicting joy, we will not let go of our bond. So even if we stumble, even if we are whole, let's take off making the mind of a wings. The shining wings titled them by the sun will get a day of life in the sky. Hello. Sorry. Hello. Good evening. Konbanwa. And how's it going? I do hope you have been having a good day. A better day than me, I hope. Because when I didn't notice the sign during the weekend, but I was thinking it was gonna go away, but sadly no. I have a light because today I discovered like I thought it was used my thought and it was gonna go away, but no, my thought is feeling good now. However, I now have a light fever instead, so I'm gonna be taking it a bit easy, but I do feel like I have the energy to stream like usual. Because I have been guesting the whole day today. So we're gonna be playing some Ace Attorney to all Destinies today. But before we do that, oopsie. So today I'm 72% pony and I'm also 93% delicious. Consider the fact that I'm not exact that I'm kinda sick is actually pretty good percent I'm getting today. And as for the question of the day, what were you most afraid of when you were younger? Do you still have that fear? As for me, well, I was scared of basically everything when I was younger, but my biggest fear was actually heights, and I have managed to overcome it, so now I have no issue at all when dealing with high heights. Which is so because I'm being even more adventurous than I used to be in the past. Anyway, and let me use to fix the pin so if I get some opening afterwards, so will they know how it is for me. Yeah, there we go. So I have fixed the pin, and if it was any worse than how it is, then I wouldn't have been streaming, so don't worry. I'm only doing it because I feel like I have the energy. Anyway, so let's get the game in here, and just gonna change the room quickly. There we go. And let me use the launch the game now. So last time at the Ace Attorney to all Destinies. So did we manage to clear episode 3? And now that we're done with episode 3, it's time to start episode 4. So, oh, and by the way, when I was resting a bit, I was mainly at bed, but I did play a little while you were, and I actually quite enjoyed it. Anyway, so let's get to it. And if my energy seem a bit low, then you know why. Anyway, so here we go, and it is time to start with episode 4 of Dual Destinies. So, objection! Wait. Okay, interesting. So we're gonna be starting with a trial, it seems. Not an investigation, but a trial. No, that is interesting. Anyway, let's start. I have no idea what kind of case we're getting ourselves into, so that will be some. The Godium bombing incident, a terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in this dark age of the law. Wait, hang on. I know how to fix this, so give me a quick second. Mr. White brought it to a isolation of sorts. Yeah, we did manage to get the cool bit. The detonate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. If only it were that simple. Somehow I can't help but think. So there's more to that case, that there's a dark influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows, waiting. That's why I want to revive the deal that was taking place when the bombing occurred. After all, I've got more than a fair personal stakes in it. Ah, I see. Episode 4, The Cosmic Dawn Apart. So we're gonna learn about the case that was taking place there, huh? Space, okay? Oh, space center.
あと1時間。ケーキの最終チェックをお願いします。
ケーキのチェック完了。異常なし。いつでも準備は OK。
ハット2号、応答してください。
Man, that didn't happen. So. Oh. So that was the case, huh? December 16th, 9:12 a.m. District Court defended lobby number 5. Gonna have to see what I have here. So, Attorney Space, Marseille's Attorney Space, just putting it on makes me feel yeti. There's others fire both. Cause of that, stabbing, The victim was discovered in the third floor party lounge in the main building. So that's there on her. Athena Sykes. Okay, so the victim. Okay. Well, that's not really much to go on, so. Well, I will have to learn more as doing this all then. Anyway, time for another deal to begin. But this one is different. Yeah, it's different because I don't really have much to go on this time. Sorry to bother you, but... Oh, Uniper again, huh? Oh yeah, no, it's still Iron Man panel. Uniper was actually part of that case Iron Man panel. Are you alright, Apollo? Was I making a scary face used to know? You mean like always? Oh hi Uniper! Yes, I'm fine! I was just doing my sort of steel exercises. Now I'm all ready to go. Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you will be just fine. Oh, I brought you a present from my garden. Is this a lotus suit? Lotus suit is actually tasty. That's right, my grandma says lotus suit is good for your eyes. Seven says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future. Oh. I might wanna give that a try someday. It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and... Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now. Oh my. Kinda tough though. Well, Uniper was about to tell you that you was supposed to cook it first. You can't eat it young, but thank you for the enthusiastic try. Oops, if she didn't think me wet before, she will know. I've got a countdown. Yeah, it's you, Saul. Apollo, I'm sorry I'm late. Hi, Dana. Uni, I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to see Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You slyly didn't you? Ha ha ha. Dana, stop. Spot on, huh? Quit kidding around, Athena. The deals are about to start any second. Is everything all set? Oh, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out? So now you're making fun of Apollo, huh? Figure out what? Wow, that was the longest thing I've ever heard. This is it. It's all over for me. They're gonna find me guilty. Well, that's why Apollo is here, you know. This is our client, one Mr. Solomon Soul Starbug. Can I get some frappuccino or latte? Actually, I want a latte. So, Mr. Solomon, I want some latte. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. Oh? You wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. Oh, so you know him from before this case, huh? The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. So that's how you got to know him. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We asked about space travel and he launched into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. You okay with being my love, yeah, Apollo? Of course I'm sorry. I know you, Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder. Thanks, but... I was supposed to be in space right about now. Well, that was then. You better focus on getting found innocent now. He's at the best. It almost seems like an act. The loans getting called off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again. Don't say that! Don't stop believing! Besides, you used to have to go into space again. Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I used to use it away in a cell. Clay Theron, I can't believe he was murdered. I mean, he was such a promising astronaut on the U command. Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh? I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down. Okay, how many times are you gonna... Well, whatever. Clay's gone and I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now. Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. What is it? What's with the yelling? And what's with that face? I'll get to the bottom of this today, you'll see. And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay, promise? This time you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence. Oh! Well, about that. Apollo, you certainly make promises that you can't keep. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd have liked, thanks to the police. You're not helping. I'm done for.
I'm a corner. Everybody thinks I did it. Thought I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna cast like a meteor. No, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck. Don't count yourself out yet. I know it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going. And what about you, Apollo? What about me? I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend? Okay, so that friend Apollo was talking about was Clay, huh? We need to focus on the deal right now. Are you all ready to go? Apollo. The deal is about to begin. If the defense won't please proceed into the courtroom. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is one deal I can't afford to lose. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. Well, we know that this case didn't get finished. December 16, 9:55 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. So here we go then. Day 1. Court is now in season. All eyes. Court is now in season for the trial of Solomon Starbuck. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, if you wanna ask what I think you wanna ask, then I wanna ask it too. What happened to your eye? I'm fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Are you sure? I don't. Yeah, you don't seem fine. I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready. Okay, he don't want us to ask. I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's used as tea. Yeah, I think it's a little more than that. I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss. Maybe his antenna does the eighth. I mean, he is an adult, so no. Very well. And the prosecution? Oh. Wait, I'm starting to understand now. So episode 3 takes place after episode 1, not before, I see. The prosecution appears to be ready as well. Okay. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Okay. Nick, yeah. Did he used? He literally started the deal by doing that. Oh! The persecution is love, Yeti. Well, it didn't take him long this time. Yeah, this is a name you got. What's up with the Black Quill? And what's up with you? No, then I shall give the opening statement. Huh? Okay. Somebody seems to be quite on edge today. I'll do it. You will? But what an unexpected surprise! Yeah, indeed. This time I can't leave it to anyone else. I see. Something is off with the two of you today. Yeah, very much so. Why are the both of them on edge? You both seem different somehow. Athena doesn't seem to know why neither. Very well, Prosecutor Black Quill, your opening statement if you want. It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. The famous Federal Resource Facility of all things related to astrology, right? Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, a rocket was set to launch from there. But at 9:28 AM, before they could even move the rocket to the launch site. Yeah, I saw what happened. Two explosive devices were detonated and the launch was cancelled. My word, two bombs, how dreadful. The defendant in today's deal is so charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck. For whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in. Solomon Starbuck, I recognize that name. Isn't he the famous astronaut? Yeah, Apollo's Ossi. Correct, you partners. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the Hat 1 rocket 7 years ago. As you might recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. What do you mean with interstellar trouble? Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend. Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right? Let's see her. Mankind's hope for the future. Are we going to make it back alive? The Hat 1 miracle. A moving and thrilling documentary in 3D. Come along on a captivating space odyssey that will take your breath away. They ever turned that incident into a movie and everything? Oh, interesting. We will cut a real space pioneer in court today. But even higher stumble from the lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand. Oh yes, the victim was one Mr. Clarion, a subordinate of the defendant. Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor. Stabbed to death, you say? Yeah, he was stabbed. I did see that too. You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing? Nah, he apparently survived that. Correct. Despite his lofty themes, the victim was seen as an interlude by the defendant. And so, he was sent not into space, but to the universe which we mortals cannot see. Clay. I think I've heard enough. The case seems pretty clear-cut at this point. However, there's one thing I'm curious about. And what is that? That metal box next to the witness stand. Yeah, I was wondering too. Wait, that's the very same one. That's the same one as the one from episode 1. What purpose does it serve exactly? Since you asked so nicely, it's your coffin. Okay then. Oh, have mercy on me! Ah yes, it's evidence. You never know with the black quill. Due to its immense size, we will little source but lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time. I feel like I used to lose the 50 years of my life. Okay, so you mean to tell me that you know over 100 after that? Does he even have 50 years left? Yeah, I do wonder. In a monologue, Athena, in a monologue. End of yapping. Poppy Fullback's the name in Justice with yours. Ah, Detective Fullback. Very well then. Please explain the details of this incident to the court if you would. Let's hurry then. On it, first take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. Let's see. In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Oh, so the launch pad and the Space Museum are both on the third floor. Here we are. For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building. I see. Take a look at this cross section that we the police have created. See the launch spot and the main building? The launch spot is the score building. And the yonder structure is the main building, right? You got it! The incidents took place in the launch part 1 and in the main building's launch. I'll be using the diagram in my testimony. It makes it easier to understand. Got it. Space Center diagram. A cross-section Y of the main building of the Space Center and the launch part 1. Space Center diagram added to the code record. So has the witness testimony then? Okay, I see. And there's, well, a good thing there's a cell they have. Details of the case. Just before the rocket was settled on, screw bombs went off. Boom! Boom! One on the second floor of the Space Center's main building and one in Launch Part 1. Thankfully, only the two astronauts were in Launch Part 1 at the time. I don't think it's much of a thankfully because for everyone expected the one that's inside the rocket, they have to keep a distance because it's actually very dangerous to be near a space rocket when it's about to take off. The two of them managed to make it back as far as the port in launch. But after the escape, one of the two was found stabbed to death. A murder on top of a bombing? Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the launch, right? Yup, Ticket hit sabotaged the bombing. The defender killed him right there in the rocket. Just look at his tragic photo. Yeah, you can see it very clearly. Oh my, is that a knife in the victim's chest? Yes, Your Honor, it's the knife that cruelly entered this young man's team. We couldn't get any piece of it off because the defendant was in his space suit. Utility knife. The victim's blood was found on his plate, but no fingerprints could be lifted. Utility knife added to the court record. By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in this photograph? Yeah, a good question actually. We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor. I personally removed his glove to the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all. Yes, it will be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Yeah, that's quite true. Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What is this young thing next to the victim in this pocket? Another good question. Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples. Okay, that's actually amazing. Well, obviously valuable for research purposes. It has no relation to this case. I see. So, we know that the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in Launch Part 1 located? Heh, that one was on the rocket itself. It was situated on the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram report into the record. Pumping report. The explosion sparked a fire on the second floor of the main building and the middle level of the launch pad near the elevator. Pumping report. Added to the court record. The TSC started that and we already in a bind. So basically, the usual business. You get used to it. Besides, that's what girls' examination is for, right? Wait. Okay, apparently I had completely forgotten. My bad. Details of the case. Yeah, let's get to it then. Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom, boom. Hold it! How powerful were the explosions? Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down, but the unit went off in was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. In the last part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation. Wait, what were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright? Well, it was at least a good thing you was there. Ha 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 ha! I'm Poppy Fulbright, High of Justice. I'll be there wherever and whenever people need my help. I'll go to the other side of the world or even the ends of the universe. I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is. Yeah, I do believe so. But I guess I'll leave that one alone. Admirable decision, Justice Donor. Huh? What he decide? Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at that time? The bomb could power to the central bank of elevators and the third floor launch. So they could get to the third floor, the ones that was below it. And above, I see. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup. And how did the evacuation go? I immediately and hierarchically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter. The basement shelter? Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center. An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram. The Space Center is pretty impressive to have its own shelter. Evacuation report. The bombs went off despite the tight security. Police officers and youth police who had been standing by gave the evacuation instructions. Evacuation report added to the court record. The power outage and evacuation seem unrelated to the murder at this point. let's see. Evacuation report. Police officers at New Police gave evacuation instructions immediately. There was support orders and the affected areas remained dark. The security system switched over to emergency power and continued to work. Evacuees moved to the basement shelter. I guess I'll leave that aside for now. So there were 2 explosions into town, correct? Yup, that's right. One on the second floor of the Space Center's main building, and one in the launch part 1. Hold it! Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck gave the yogurt he was going to board with explosives. Huh? What are you talking about? If the defender really did plant a bomb on his own yogurt, he'd get caught in an explosion as well. Yeah, very much too. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Was it obvious? Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright the motive. Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia. Astrophobia? What's that? Yeah, I've never heard of it before. A fear of space, naturally. Just the thought of a space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so, in his terror, the defender found a way to stop the launch at the last minute. That's absurd. Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at this. What are they? These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defender's possessions. Apparently he was taking them in secret to quell his affairs. There were a multitude of problems with the yogurt Mr. Starbuck used 7 years ago. Humor has it eaten the gas a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck. But that doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship. The defender called the pair to mar his good name. No good he. No, not after the media has branded him Sul Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinary. Given these conditions, the defender could hardly yawn away like some base mood. What? So that's why you think he resorted to the bombing? Naturally, he constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the space center, which would effectively abort the launch but spare his reputation. So that's what you think, huh? Ooh. Now I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal. Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in launch part 1 at the time. Hold it! Are you sure it was only the 2 of them? It was used before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course it was only those 2. Yeah, if there was anyone else, they won't have gotten burned alive. Well, there could have been somebody else inside that jacket. The notion of a third party in Launch Part 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the idea from the launch, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious affairs with the clients to do so. A fingerprint recognition device. It sounds as futuristic and complex as a space center. Well, maybe because that place is a space center. Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, you know? Take a look at this photo. This is the door in the nose with a fingerprint lock. Only personal whose fingerprints are registered can pass through. I see. That is very different from what I had in mind. Okay, what did you have in mind? And is there a record of the number of people that passed through that door yesterday? Yes, there were only three. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos. Then doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it? It is, yes. Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28. Doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing the senseless acts. He has a point. I guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. Launch Part 1 door lock. A biometric door locked operated by fingerprint recognition. Only the defendant, the victim, and the Space Center director had access. Launch Part 1 door lock added to the court record. The two of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding launch. Fingerprint recognition system. Only the pins of the director Cosmos, Starbuck, and Theon are authorized. An independent security company manages the user's records. Backup power allows it to function even when the power goes out. Attempts to use the pin recognition are also recorded via security camera. Hold it! So, well, it was apparent that the pair barely escaped with their lives. In actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the jacket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct? You got it? In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing. Is there any chance Mr. Tian could have been killed before he boarded the rocket? They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked onto their own power. The hearts are full of hopes and dreams of space. And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed. If I might continue my explanation, after the evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue. But after the escape, one of the crew was found and stabbed to death. Hold him! And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The space center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Kantais Armor. One of them was a detective. Hang on, I'm just gonna fix this quickly. Yup, Detective Armor specializes in bombings, you see. She and the director were out in the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boat in launch. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant. Two witnesses who, and one of them is a detective. I thought either one would have anything to say that would help me. I think Tappet must covers the details of the case. Yeah, I got lots of information here. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch spot when the former was killed. If this is the dude, then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime. What little I could get out of him only hurt my case. Justice Donner. Foolish is the warrior who uses headlong into the battle. Preparation is an essential element of a battle, so I advise you to take a canter at this. What is it? Footage from a security camera. As the two astronauts emerged from the bowels of the launch part 1 corridor. The body launch security camera captured their desperate escape. Now I will direct your attention to what the defendant is salting. Which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim. What? Here you can see it very clearly. Order I say, this lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting. I thought when all Black Queen would have something like this here, the security camera photo. Video showing the defendant and victims escape from the corridor to the boat in the launch. Security camera video added to the court record. Apollo. What is it? How exactly did they determine that Clay was political in that footage? Well, I can kinda see how. I see what you mean. Where the Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Dean was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him? Why, I believe you're right. one mankind the order to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship. Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a tortoise. But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body. What do you mean? Fulbright. Explain it to Justice Donor. You got it, Yeti. If the motorhad who got in the loans someone got was spotted it, anyone can enter the loans after all, but you need well to be alone in the spaceship. That's a horse of a different color. But you can't deny that there's a possibility that the motor could happen in the loans. Alternative source is a man helping his fellow astronaut on your assessment is based on Emerson. It's based in a belief that Mr. Steinberg would solely help his own disciple. But we have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive. Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic. But it sounded perfectly logical to me. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objection, I believe it's time to bring this close examination to a close. Objections? Well, what is it? Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think at your group. Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need. What is it, Athena? It's just there's something that's been bothering me. If it isn't the defense stealing for time as always. Very well, I'm feeling serious. You might have a small measure of time. Yes. You have 5 seconds. That's literally nothing. 5 seconds? After that, I declare this close examination to be closed and a verdict to be entered. You partners, raise the cover high. It's time for a countdown. Oh! Yeti. We don't have time. Spit it out, Athena. Only 3 more seconds. Seriously, 5 seconds is nothing. Look, I don't think the prosecution explanation is very complete. Minute, there's something missing. Like they conveniently left it unexplained. Something they didn't explain. Something they didn't explain. You're right. I think I know what you're talking about. Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you'd like to rebut? Yes, Your Honor, actually there is. There is something the prosecution has yet to make clear to this court. Well, if you put it that way, what is it that the prosecution has failed to explain? Well, we don't know the motive actually. The prosecution hasn't explained the defendant's motive yet, have they? What did they use to explain? that Mr. Tan was not into the success of the bomb, so he had to be disposed of. Wait. I actually forgot. I like it forgot he did. But we don't know why the body was moved. They have failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck won't bother picking the body back at all. If the defendant wanted to kill the victim, why did he used to leave his body in the yogurt? Why got you the trouble of picking him all the way back to the body in the lawns? Oh, that's you! I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet. That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? Seems like I was right. The prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. But what if the entire premise of that argument is wrong? Then let's show you there, Mr. Eustace. The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Full pride. Explain it for our sad friend here before I nut off to his monotone monologue. Inform him exactly why Space Boy moved the victim. Huh? Then we gotta be joking. No, I don't think so. It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he heroically used his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera so that be a record. At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man. One mankind ordered his safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship. The average person weighing a space suit weighs easily over 200 pounds. Saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames. What a dramatic sob story fit for the silver screen. Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story. You see, yet the true ending is that all traces of his hammy act were meant to be blown up. Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion. Wait, so you mean there was one more? What are you talking about? There was no third explosion. Indeed, you are correct, but that is thanks to Detective Armor. It was he who identified and secured the bomb. I see. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the launch. The steel confirmed beside the witness stand that would be a bomb transport case. We use that to transport a deactivated bomb that had. It was found in the launch. A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy. What? one on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, and one in the launch. The defendant planned to set off the fireworks display. Fortunately, the dot was discovered before it could be detonated, for had it not, the victim's body and all the vital evidence would surely have been immolated. Cut! Before you utter a word, note that the evidence supports me. It's like he's eating my mind. A city is still undergoing forensic investigation. I do not have the evidence on hand. However, note that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's buckets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch. You found what? I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the space center detective and Detective Armour stomped across the border, so he thought to hide it in his pocket, feeble brain that he is. Ugh. No, Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that. Ugh. You okay there, Apollo? Use this tunnel, open your eyes and see the dude. This appears to be irrefutable evidence that a ghost set off the explosions. No, there has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the dude. Still can't explain it. You believe in your client, come what might. Then why don't you cause examination to the defendant himself? This has got to be a trap. It's like black wheels controlling the entire game. Yeah, it seemed like he was waiting for me to pick up the body moving issue. What do you say about that? Because he had used the right argument when I pointed it out. Yeah, that is true. And the yellow you put in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and to break me down. Then making you examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan too. Yes. Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him. Very true. No, let us hope from the Arch-Villain, the fiendish murderer himself, famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Solomon Starbuck, astronaut. How did this happen? Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony? No. Well, unfortunately, no is not an option. You have been accused of the Space Center bombing and the murder of Clay Dayan. Please testify to these allegations. Mind if I take this suit off? It's getting really heavy. It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins. Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your life. Banish me to the moon. I don't care an animal. Wow, that was super negative. Is he going to be alright up there? He'll be fine, I think. Well, hopefully. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is. Well, let's hold it then. I didn't kill him. All I did was support the clay over my shoulder and get us out of the yoke. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay, I was trying to save him. So you're adamant about that, huh? So you are said you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. But I bet you think I'm lying, right? I used up all judgment on it after I've heard your full testimony. I'm sorry you don't believe me. I bet you don't ever believe I'm an astronaut. I don't think they just start. Yeah, we have hard evidence for that. Would wear a suit like that expect an astronaut? I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you are bad, quite curious. I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy. I guess I missed a big disappointment. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I really don't care what happens anymore. Ha ha ha. Oh no, he's completely given up. What a depressing fellow. If you were to join me in the ring, I imagine that annoying secret of yours what you offer on the other inmates. Like how it dropped off on persecuted Black Quill a second ago. Huh? That was the Black Quill seeking? Wait, so it was him, huh? Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbucks is my client, I can't be consigned now. It's time to find out the truth. So, have we go then? Okay then, I didn't kill him. All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the yoke. Hold it! So what you saying is that the victim was still alive at that time? Of course, he was alive at well. If so, then you admitted to a man who was alive at well and silenced him permanently with this. But no, Black Hole confirmed dead ahead. It's not good, Captain. I'm getting sucked in. Mr. Starbuck, you are not in space. Please give your testimony seriously. It, it was used to those, but maybe I should have said he was alive at when. It was more like he was slumped over. Those are complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah, indeed. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Hold it. Is that the elevator inside the lounge about area? That's right, we always use it to get to and from the cockpit. That makes sense. So he was used to using the ute he always used. In spite of the fact that there had used been an explosion. Huh? I think Mr. Starbuck is hiding something. Something pretty big. They had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. Hold it! Passed out? Why was he passed out? Probably because of the explosion. The noise and vibration were incredible. It's little wonder a person would pass out, right? I guess. Not that I know. Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, I've been hit by space debris. The main engine is on fire. It's gonna blow up. Okay. Yes, I see. I guess it is make sense that someone would pass out. Especially if the person in question is Mr. Starbuck. Anyway, I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him. Hold it. Don't worry. I understand. I'll make sure everything turns out alright. But everyone's glaring at me like I did it. Apollo, you have to answer him better than that. And how am I supposed to do that? The reason of his feeling and you start to figure out how to boost his confidence. Mr. Starbuck, think back to what the Clay used to always say. It's times like this when he would repeat, I'm fine, to himself. I'm fine? Yeah, cause he did say that a lot. But even if I saw it, Clay will still be dead. What's the use? Could somebody please here show me now? Apollo, there's something strange about Mr. Starbuck's testimony. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's a clear contradiction. I just wonder why it's there and what it means for all the case. Well, it doesn't look like he's lying after this. Because I'll have to show some evidence. Well, let's see then, huh? Alright, and there we go. Well, let's see. Yeah, I see no issue with that. Yeah, let me think. Hmm. Well, let's see how. Hmm. Let's see. It, yeah. Oh yeah, I see. Yep, that's still. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Let me see her. Hmm. I'm thinking her. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Well, I'm thinking her. Actually, you say don't, but I don't see an elevator there, so let's see. Oh, never mind. Never mind, actually. So let me think then, huh? Let's see. Yeah, that's two actually. Hmm. Let's see. What could it be then? Well, let's see how then. Objection! Okay. Yeah, I was thinking next up because I was like. Anyway. Mr. Starbuck, I need the testimony to be as accurate as possible. Was I not being accurate? No, it was misleading. No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level. What makes you say that, Mr. Eustace? Please check out where the pump went off in low spot 1. And take out that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames. Oh, you right? Which means exactly. The launch support's elevator was being unusable. In other words, Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decisively inconsistent with the fact. Okay. What's with the helmet? Ah, Mr. Command, do you let me come in, please? This is Mission Command. I order you to pay attention, stop this nonsense, and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck. My helmet. Ah! My oxygen. Why are you acting like you're sophisticated? You can beat plenty well without it, you know. Oxygen concentration and body temperature declining. You requested medical assistance. Gosh! Well, that just happened. Mr. Starbuck, we are not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up. I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on off. Okay, how this one forget that? I feel like we all just got a yell glimpse of a Sullivan Starbuck, the astronaut. Yeah, he seemed more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that singing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement? About how you use the middle level elevator? Wasn't I say the wrong thing? I'm sorry. I actually, took a different route, I think. A different route? I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time. I'll get it right this time, maybe. No, I mean, probably. Damn, you panicking too much. Probably. It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy is paramount in court. If that is true, my escape yacht. Let's see. Oh, my escape yacht. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe properly. With the capsule and clay my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. So you saying you escaped without using the elevator? That's right, there's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used that ladder to get to the middle level. Luckily, the fire had to use the ladder so we could make our escape that way. And the capsule you mentioned? I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Diane, right? Was the capsule that important that you risk your life to take it with you? It almost goes without saying, but yeah, that a capsule contains asteroid samples. Therefore, it's invaluable as the source material. With his spacesuit on, clay weight at all, but security capsule was also important. I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is written on your testimony. Ha 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 ha. Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in person, but it's more comfortable than a spaceship. Anyway, let's go examine 9 then. So here we go now. my escape yacht. Let's see. Oh, my escape yacht, what I said before was a mistake. Hold it. How could it be mistake such a basic fact? Hey, everybody makes mistakes, but the idea can put the vastness of space it's instead. Some of it takes 4 light years to travel to our nearest neighboring star. So you see, compared to the vast expanse of space, human area is insignificant. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm getting a phone call, so I'm just gonna pick it up quickly. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. My mom just wanted to check in with me to see because you know being sick is being sick, so a good idea to check in when somebody is sick. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay. Enough yapping. Get on with your testimony. I remember now. I think a different youth. Maybe. Properly. Hold it. Be more confident in yourself. Maybe. Properly. Did I hold you right, Mr. Starbuck? I didn't say either of those things. Oh, Mr. Cotton, come in, please. Alla you has to go to the sound system, activate the emergency tin can telephone. Oh no! Tin can telephones are ineffective in the vacuum of a space. You are off. Stop this nonsense or I will solve you and you tin can telephone. Alright, I'm begging you, I'll dance with you. You don't solve anything. Apollo, is he going to be alright? I so hope so. I'm starting to think he's not. Let's see. Suppose when we were yawning away. with the capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. Hold it! The upper level of the launch pad, yeah? That's right, that's what I said, isn't it? Granted that you does exist. So to recap, you had clay over your right shoulder and the capsule in your left hand. Yeah, it's really important, so I gotta let it get burned up. Yeah, getting asteroids isn't exactly easy. So even though clay was really heavy, I couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. I did the best I could with him over one shoulder and the capsule in my other hand. I don't think the meaning of what he used to say has hit him yet. You know what you have to do with that statement? Use this toner. Yes, I know. Well, I've come this far. Not only backing up, it's time to present some evidence. So Mr. Starbuck escaped with clay and the capsule, which means it seems like in the footage. I can see why he got it beyond tooth. He must have weighed over 200 pounds just by himself. Yeah, and he had to support Claire, who was another 200 pounds. Plus he had to ensure the safety of that capsule. I don't think I could have ever walked under those circumstances. Walking straight forward is probably about all I would have been able to manage. Yeah, it's not, well, there is a reason why you need lots of training if you wanna be an astronaut. Anyway, well, I will best for as much info as I could, but before I present evidence, an outbreak is coming up, so be right back and see you in 3 minutes. I can't hold your voice crying for me, it's crying out my name. I was acting tough by saying that I don't team because it's scary to lose my team. I have a feeling that by abandoning my team, I'll be able to make up for something else. Tuesday is the determination to chase after intangible things like wishes or love. I can hold a voice crying for me, stand up and fight. Don't deceive yourself. Cry for you in order to answer your voice. I know, cry out your name. I replaced my lack of self-confidence with kindness. I have a feeling that by giving up, I'll be able to stop hurting others. When we completely accept our pain and hardship, And to start to understand is how the use and will be born. I can hold a voice crying for me, don't yawn away. I will hold you everything tightly, cry for you, wanting to answer your voice. I know cry out your name. Let's never forget the fact that we can't be healed by overwhelmed of contact and sadness. I'm holding your voice, crying for me. It's crying out my name. Cry for you in order to answer your voice. I know cry out your name. I cry for you. Are you holding? Alrighty. So let's keep going now, man. Well, this is literally the only thing I can. This is literally the only thing I can go for. But let me actually take a little look at the picture here. Well, it's true that the capsule is on your arm, but Clay isn't on your arm exactly. He's on your shoulder, so most likely this is it. Oh. Okay, maybe that was a detail that... Okay, that was an on-if. Okay, this was an irrelevant detail I wanted to point out then. Well, if that's the case... Let's see. Well, since you say that, then... I'm gonna be honest. You say down from the upper level. Would that really be... I'm having an issue with this for 3 reasons. I'm gonna take it the other objection. Yeah, I used to have a hard time seeing him be able to do that, honestly. Like, I don't think that's possible to do if both your arms are occupied. It's literally impossible to clip down a letter unless you're able to use at least one arm. Mr. Starbuck, why don't you use the dude? The dude? Yeah, there is a very clear issue with what you said here. Let's see. The office blue. Not that one. No, that's not right. So, accuse the officer blue. Yeah, that's it. Actually, no, you was right when you said that the offer was blue. There is a reason why they call off the blue planet. But that's not the case. The truth, Mr. Starbuck. Well, the oxygen concentration is supernovae this year. Pepe never gets the oxygen tanks. Mr. Eustace, the witness appears confused. Please help download the truth from him. Alright then, Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you could possibly have used the body loans via the upper level route. Huh? Not as long as this was along the escape route. Why doesn't Starbucks escape route add up? It is because of this. If it was an elevator, it would have been a different story. So, take that! To get on from the upper to the middle level where the launch pad 1 corridor is, you would have to go down the ladder. Is that right, Mr. Starbuck? Of course, that was the only way we could escape. You see the issue? But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Tan over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth. Well, do I have to remind you that you was on Earth when you did that? But the Space Center is located on Earth, sort of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm. Well, carrying the capsule in your order is impossible, what did you say? Oh! So, Mr. Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? Ah! Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth. No! Västan ensinnä. Oxygen Lake detected in the 40 meters evacuation immediately. What the? Is the flight a coup? Help! I'm caught on the ceiling. Help? Anyone? What a circus! Polly, prepare to say picker. We must know our rescue mission at once. Well, there's one way to take off well-being question. Well, that's one way to take off well-being question. Yeah, literally. But you have to prove he's innocent so he can go to space again someday for Yale. Yeah. He's panicking way too much. No, then Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground? Yes, I apologize for losing control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Not that. Anything but that. He's still panicking. What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know. It appears Spaceport is beyond to deception. Witness! Yikes! Yes? I thought you story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect. The result of a medical side effect. What do you mean? Second Blackfield, please don't talk about us. What are you talking about, Security Black Quill? The reality state that Spaceboy is ironically terrified of going into space. Yes, you did. That's why he took some precautions used before the launch. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system. Oh. I sense things are about to lose time. You got it all wrong. I told them to do the investigation too. I don't know anything about early drugs. I never took any medication. I swear. It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it. Very interesting. How could that be? Somebody must have slipped them to me, but I guess maybe that's why I don't remember, because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember most about what really happened. Oh. What? When I have the hormone of order in the god. We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything. Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing. Yeah, it's hard to tell the truth if you don't remember it. Why did he just tell me he couldn't remember? I could sit about anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space. Maybe I really did do it. This brings us to the answer of our original question of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body. It is. So what is it? A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Donor. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder. Oh my, I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand. Drop the body down. Move on to source at this respectable thing. Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself. Normally, but remember, he's in his space suit, so it wouldn't. So you are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct. Jelly? Oh. Thanks. What's this? That's the lumber thing he had on him. It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's stupid, and I'm sure you can figure out why. You can be implied it stupid when the defendant dropped the victim's body. I am, for the factor easily went still. And when it starts to, the tank's explosion and stapler would leave its mark on the body. Yet, according to the anti-fire report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. Very true. You clearly grasping a start with this line of reasoning. A spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Stoner. It includes the latest technologies and devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow. And you also need to be heavy at the space, and it will be hard to control yourself. This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space, so foreign affair officers would hardly leave a mark on the wearer. Shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone to feet as well? It's so. And yet due for sad coincidence, the knife slipped off a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way to its target. What are the chances? You forgot that our killer is an astronaut himself with knowledge of how the suits work. He's got me there. And now my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped his body from the upper level. After climbing down, he sorted the body and made sure the camera recorded them. There's no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Claire Theron. God! Ha! The report regarding the astronaut's oxygen tanks considered by sent of gift. We will use it as payment to cross the US sticks. Oxygen tank data. The victim's tank was ruptured with 7% left. The defendant had 80%. Remaining oxygen is displayed on the left shoulder. Oxygen tank data added to the court record. Hey, this report is pretty detailed. Let's see. Remaining oxygen in tanks. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. After the incident, the victim's tank was ruptured and the remaining oxygen was 0%. The tank belonging to Starbuck, who claims to have carried the victim, said it was 80% full. Tanks were functioning properly at the time. 80. But here it says 50. Why is that the case? Like, it doesn't make sense for it to go down by 30%. I find it quite bizarre, and honestly speaking, doesn't really make sense for me. Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. I guess that means that there's glowing cyan tickets represent the amount of oxygen in the tank. I'm done for... Nah, I don't think so. I'm going to prison instead of space. Space boy. Yes? Take heart. The beyond the night sky is still beautiful, even when white youth pass. You mean the stars are seen from prison? That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Pick to the white with the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all the time. Ha ha ha. That's not a half a bad thought. Oh, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. the Black Quill got to him good. Yeah, it's actually scary because that's something that would actually be quite effective on me too if I was in that state. Space the piece yourself, fly me, my guilt and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then let's get sucked in a black hole together. Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope. Oh, yes, Apollo. You know, Clay looked up to you. He said you are an incredible man. He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. He said that. So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected and believed in you, Clay Dayan. For Clay? You're wasting your breath. Yuck! Yuck! Oh! Well, that seems to have been super effective. Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. Mr. Starbuck, I'm fine enough. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. Right, we'll both be fine. I'll prove you innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. Yeah! You will ignite the booster rockets of my soul! I'm on fire! I am Solomon Starbuck Astronaut, a cosmic hero certain by the universe itself. This is no time to be weeping and crying. I can't let you and Clay down. Partners. The sun, the moon, all of space is calling me Solomon Soul Starbuck. Yet for now, begin the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! Well, that was something. Well, I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch. You didn't. Apollo, you did it. You broke persecuted Black Witch skip over Mr. Starbuck. I can take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He put himself through. Yep, with that manly spirit of his. If you simply don't shut down my thoughts and want unnoticed echoes. No matter how positive you put, my advantage remains unshakable. I have a bot to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, you partners? I can't let up now. Oh, don't worry, Apollo. I do have a little issue with the Black Quill, actually. I mean, with one of the Black Quill's evidence, I thought to say. I have to stop a Black Quill. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck used to make it back into space. I won't allow Clay's team to remain unfulfilled. I've got to disturb Black Quill's argument somehow. Think, Eustace, think. If the only person at launch spot 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck, and if Clay was already dead by the time this fortress was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is, if a computer Clay was still alive when I arrived at the port in launch, in which case I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now let's see. Upon the starter that we used to see, this supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in launch part 1, but if I'm going to prove that false, then there must be something I can use here. Enough of this farce, you partners! Let's have you ready! Not yet! You secured the Black Quill. You seem to be in quite a hurry to use the verdict. Yeah, it's very unlike you. But upon this oxygen tank data you submitted used log, it says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining when Mr. Diaz had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report? Of course. Well, all the more years on that. Then, I guess it simply means that it's faulty as evidence goes. You will explain what you mean, Justice Turner. As it is, it's simple. This evidence contradicts the fact of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you'll see what I mean. I hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory. Yes, Your Honor, right away. This is the evidence that the oxygen tank report stands in contradiction to. Yeah. The numbers used don't add up. So take that. And how does this evidence present a contradiction? The problem is this about her. Take that! Nu the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Taeyeon. It appears to say 50. Exactly! It is precisely because it says 50. Yes, but according to the data, our client's tank had 80% remaining. The oxygen in the tank increased? Somehow, yes. I see Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there is a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical. Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here? I do find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased. It would be as odd as if my reasons were to increase. But what is that proof? It doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse. Actually, it does change a lot because we got to see their faces and the body. So, have you ever saw that it is movie saying it is? Heh, I'm going to bet you don't get the more reasons because you don't abide by the rules. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase just as your reasons don't increase. Therefore, this brief information is critical. We can't overlook it. In that case, do you have an answer to this yielding of the mysteriously increasing oxygen? You better not disappoint or I'll declare the inconsistency as my equipment malfunction. Okay. Well, if that's the case, well, there must be something. The security black wheel has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this deal to an end. So do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen has oxygen level increased? Of course I can. The thing to the other time like this is done my thinking alone. Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have Guyet Gray. So this man with the 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, the display on his oxygen tank shows the zone an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what I should be asking is not why did the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased? Am I making some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here? Well, Mr. Justice, we are waiting. Yes, Your Honor, I'm yet to the answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased. Well, what I do believe is, let me take a proper look. Well, what I do believe is could it be that they are going the other way? Maybe they were escaping in the opposite direction. The opposite direction? Just how you're winding a video makes things look like they're repairing themselves. In this case, I think the one who's going to need... Well, in that case, could it be that it isn't the defendant that's doing the carrying high, but that it's actually the victim? Because that one isn't gonna help me at all, so I can just ignore that one. What if it was the other way around? The other way around? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? As you can see, Your Honor, both men had the helmets on in this footage. But it also, this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Tayan, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Tayan at all. It was Mr. Tayan who was helping Mr. Starbuck to report the loans. It was what? Order, Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Tayan? It's the only way the yield of the increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, The remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%, and when the victim was found in the port in the north, his tank was at 0%. That's right, there's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing. Very true. This means Mr. Taran was alive as the Mayday escaped to the north. How thought your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself pupils? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time, how did he escape the latter with his arms full? No, it's true that. You secured the Black Queen. You can't hold me with a broken blade. Excuse me? It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating. But we have proven that Mr. Taran was alive when he used the 14 loans. This fact alone satisfies claims and opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. Go! There were 2 people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statement? Let's see. The 2 people were Detective Countess Arme and Yuri Cosmos, right? Well, I'm not really worried about Arme, but it's actually Yuri Cosmos that I'm suspecting. You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police, and it's more likely to be Yuri Cosmos in that case. Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. It seems we'll have to hold the testimony of the supposed 2 people on the scene. Score! Come to think of it, Detective Arme should be high in court right now. Polly, could you please show Detective Arme to the stand? Yeah, what is it now? Oh, is it there too late? I have an announcement, everyone. What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a deal, huh? Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was the first, but it's about to explode. Explode! Uh-oh. A bomb? No! Everybody yawn! I see now. I don't want to die! Oh no! Oh no! Everybody's panicking! Okay, now I'm starting to connect the dots. Headless tickets with a death with the loot of you. Calm yourselves upon all else. Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here. But what about Mr. Starbucks team? And we will carry out the claims of final wish. I don't care what happens to me. I'm not going to let this bomb blow the dude up forever. Are you first to let things end here? Apollo, this is not going to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die. Come on, this way. Hey, Oz, let me go. Yeah. You won't really do most good if you die. Apollo! Uniper, she hasn't evacuated yet. Hey! Nick! Uniper, are you alright? Apollo, no, not that way! Ah! So that's what happened. To be continued. Well, let's see. Well, an investigation is coming up, and we both know how long an investigation can be compared to a trial. So actually, this means that the stream will be a bit shorter than usual, but I do believe I'm gonna end it here for today. So, just hang on, let me change the room quickly, and there we go, and now let me close the game here. So, today's team was a bit on the short side then because of how short this deal was. But that does make up for the last steam, and anyway it might be good for me considering how I'm a bit sick. So it might actually be it might actually do me some good. So anyway, if you wanna follow me at social, here you go. And do feel free to join my Discord too if you wanna hang out with the community. And if you are not subscribed, you can use this 8 message. Otherwise, you can use this one. And now, let's see what I feel like going for this time. Let me take a little look here then. Yeah. I'm gonna look to as I try to make my little decision here. My little big decision. So, who do I feel like going for this time? That we shall see. Let's just see her then. Was actually shorter than expected this time, but it do be like that sometimes. So who do I actually feel like going for? Yeah. Let me actually use think card. I'm thinking I actually have 2 people in mind right now. Between those 2 people, I think I'm gonna go for I do believe I wanna go for my Eka this time. And I'll be seeing you all. Oh yeah, wait. Hang on, I play my favor for this, but I actually did low-key forget. So let me take a little look and see when the next team will be. So the next team will be at Wednesday with Xenoblade X. Anyway, for Yale this time. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this quick since I have a phone call. So let me use. Yeah. Oh, why not? I'm gonna pick up the phone again.
Ju takaste sätov, inte stadsglov. Allt on inte the same, monin inte ku. No vai valkalon, ju vea på sonon. But all my thoughts overflow with just you. There's truth in my face, cause my heart to yes. Both my strength and weakness guide me piece by piece. If it's me and you, placed in a deltuf, I won't fail to möta spänning. Please believe in the good times that we said. When it was just you, us two, you and me.